The most common piece of wisdom I've heard for playing against kids is to make them as bored as possible. Kids are really sharp with tactics, but might not have the patience to slog through a locked position or a king-pawn endgame. That doesn't mean you need to make an entirely new opening repertoire just for kids, but if you sit down across from one, it's probably not a good time to pull out your Stafford Gambit. Speaking of, most kids have access to the internet, so never assume you'll be able to surprise them with the latest trick you saw in some YouTube short. Your time management is very important when playing kids. In my experience, kids tend to play more quickly than adults. It's important not to try and match their pace exactly, which will probably lead to blunders on your end, but also not to play so slowly that you run completely out of time. I had one classical game where by the end, my young opponent had used less than 10 minutes off of his clock, while I was down to just 5 minutes left on my clock. Needless to say, I lost that game. So you do have to keep a good balance, but just don't rush things.